A piece of Serbia's history is trundling along the nation's railway lines, taking tourists on a nostalgic trip into Serbia's past. Former communist leader Josip Broz Tito's sparkling royal blue train was built in 1959 to the president's exact specifications and is reported to have travelled more than 373,000 miles on official trips. The blue train made its first trip in 1947, when Tito decided on a cross-country trip, and the train was picked as the safest means of transport. The train became something of a hallmark of the former World War II partisan's rule. Archive footage shows him using it to travel through Yugoslavia, promoting his market socialist vision, city by city. The blue train has crisscrossed Yugoslavia's 6 republics and hosted reception for Tito's Communist Party officials and visiting dignitaries, such as Britain's Queen Elizabeth, French President François Mitterrand, and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. Its fine woolen carpets, walls lined with mahogany carvings, silk drapes, and burgundy leather armchairs were the first word in luxury when the train was commissioned. One saloon car was specially designed for French President Charles de Gaulle in the late 1960s, although he never used it. On his death in May 1980, the train took Tito's coffin across Yugoslavia to Belgrade, passing crowds of mourners who lined the tracks and waited in train stations decorated with his portrait. Tito's funeral was one of the largest in history. Attendees from 128 different countries included 4 kings, 31 presidents, 6 princes, 22 prime ministers, and 47 ministers of foreign affairs. The blue train was taken out of circulation shortly after the funeral and left parked for years in a depot as Yugoslavia fell apart in war and ethnic strife in the 1990s. Serbia's railway company started hiring the train out to companies or groups for conferences and corporate entertainment in 2005. The salon car can cater for lengthy stays, featuring a luxury mahogany dining room, kitchen, pantry, 6 rooms and a bathroom. It can even deal with emergencies with its own 30-kilowatt generator. The Serbian rail company put the blue train back on the rails when it ran a New Year tourist trip from Belgrade to central Serbia and back. Since then, the train has made regular journeys around Serbia. Passengers receive a meal and a tour of the train, which includes a stateroom for receptions, 3 saloon cars, 4 sleeping cars, 2 restaurants with fully equipped kitchens, and a bar for 90 guests. There are also cars for light and heating equipment, 5 specially built carriages for automobiles, and a fully equipped cinema. The engine is diesel-powered. Tito's personal sleeping compartment and cabin cannot be rented by tourists because of its historic value, but the other carriages are available. Pay an extra charge and you could be entertained by an actor impersonating the former communist leader. Tito was famous for uniting the Balkans and steering his country through the Cold War with a policy of neutrality and self-determination.
Everything is still there as it used to be for the Yugoslav army generals. The last time that the train had been used was 15 years ago. It's been untouched since 1992, when it was used by a Yugoslav Secretary of Defense. Since then, it's been parked in this hangar.
Those who value Serbia's past are delighted to have such an important piece of history preserved in such an immaculate condition. The train is now an important component of Serbia's tourist trade, and people come from all over the world to experience what it's like to travel like a world leader. As the blue train clatters along the tracks, it tells a story of former Yugoslavia and the people who governed it.